Hey guys, it's the Regular Dane. So I'm a dad, which means I have lots of ride-ons and little off-road vehicles and stuff, which also means I have repairs to make. I have this, not brand new, it's an 08 Honda CRF50, and I'm going to be doing some tune-ups on it because I just got it from a guy. It's been sitting for a while, and actually the first thing needs to be repaired is this tire. The inner tube needs to be replaced. So if you have kids, you probably have one of these, and they're probably going to beat on it, so you need to repair it. So I'm going to do some other tune-ups on this, but the first thing to get going on it is repairing this inner tube right here. And then I may make some other videos. I have a little Polaris 50. It's an Outlaw 50. So we'll do some stuff on that as well, maybe some tune-ups and stuff. But let's get going on this Honda CRF50F. So these little dirt bikes are pretty easy to repair and tune and mess around with. So you don't have to be a full-on MX wrench or mechanic to take care of these things. But first thing we're going to do is we've got two nuts right here. We're going to loosen one and then loosen the other, and then we'll be able to take that off right there. Same thing on this side, and then we'll be able to get to the bolt or the axle bolt that goes through. We'll pull that off, then pull the chain off, and I need a chain adjustment. Probably need a new chain. And then also the brake right here, we'll pull that off, and then we'll be able to have just the rim and the tire to put a new inner tube on. So let's get going. This is a 12 right here, and then you can loosen this with a 3/8 or a 10 here. So we're going to loosen that out. There we go. And then let's get the other side as well. Axle itself, the one side, the nut, is actually going to be a 19, and then the bolt side is actually going to be a 14 socket. 1 and 1. But it may just take breaking the one side free. Boom. And then this can come off as well. Same thing on this side. There we go. Just loosen that up a little bit. There is a spacer right here, so you want to be cautious of that when you pull the bolt out, your axle out from this side. That spacer will fall. Hammer this through here, and we got it loosened up, but we can't go any further until we take off this brake lever. So right here, this is also a 14. And then we'll have to put this brake rod back through that same hole, but this is what this looks like. Mine's going to take a little extra work. Spray on maybe some PB Blaster or something. After a little more wiggling. There we go. Yeah, oh yeah. Definitely needs some lube on there. Drop that down. And we got less weight on the back. Okay. So you've got your wheel. You've got your brake drum right here, and that's pretty much it of what we're wanting to take off. Also, that fell on the other side is this spacer, so you don't want to lose that either. And then this piece actually fell off of here. You don't want to lose that. This is what your brake drum looks like. Pretty good for being an 08. I guess they didn't use the brakes for it very much. As long as you got these parts off, it's brake clean time. Okay, so we got our tire. You get these off of Amazon. This is, let's see, was the brand on here? I can't remember. But these are, I don't know, 10 bucks or 12 bucks for a 2-pack. And also, if you're going to be doing this, you can get these tire levers as well. You don't necessarily need these, but they come in handy, especially if you're going to be doing this possibly a few more times than once. First thing you want to do is take off this nut that's right here on the stem. Now either way is fine, but since you have this sprocket, it's going to be easier to work this way. And also, since you're not a pro mechanic, you don't have a tire changing station, so just put down a piece of wood to protect that other side. 1 foot holding it down. One tire lever. Just working around so you can pop. You can use screwdrivers also, but these can be a little bit easier because I'm and boom, that's what you're looking for, so that you can reach your hands in there and pull out the inner tube, which is right about here. get to a certain point, you're going to push this valve in, back through the hole. And if you look right here, this actually broke all the way off. We can pull that out right there. And pull the tube out. I think that was the problem, possibly. Boom. This tube came with its own nut right here. Just push this inner tube inside of the tire. And then you eventually be able to line up that valve stem. You can put this nut on so it doesn't come out. And make sure that your inner tube is tucked in and none is sticking out. If anything's sticking out, then you can possibly pinch it with one of these levers. Just grab a very edge to try to get that in there, and then just start working your way over. And there we go. Got it on there. Now we're just gonna squish it around so the tube moves around nice and evenly, and then we'll tighten up this valve stem right here. All right, time for some air. There we go. Ready to put back on. Put our spacer in first, like this. There's a little rubber gasket right here that holds it. Brake drum back on. Putting everything back in reverse order. Work your chain on first, your spacer, put that back in there, then bring it up. And while you're sliding this on, you also don't want to forget this piece right here. So you'll follow your, and it's time to push that through. And then you can start putting this on, and that once we get everything else tight. Now, as far as adjustment, you want to make sure your chain is not too loose, but that's where this adjustment comes in. If you see right here, you got these little ticks right here, and it looks like I probably actually need a new chain. My chain is probably pretty loose, so I need a new tighten chain, because you shouldn't be back this far. But anyway, there's a little tick on this piece as well, so you just line those up. Now we're just going to tighten these back up. Tighten that one up. Alright, chain's good, and we should be ready to ride. Okay, last thing is this brake adjustment. That looks pretty good. Just may take maybe a couple. May take one. You just adjust it to where you barely have any drag, and where it just takes a little bit of strength to push the brake down. Alright, there we go. That ought to do it. I'm going to do some other tune-up videos, if that's for sure. But we got some air in this tire, and this thing can be ridden a little bit now. I'm going to do some carburetor work, maybe some chain work, maybe some other little things that I probably shouldn't be messing with, but it's always fun to play with these machines, and it's a lot easier to fix than you really think. But anyway, this is the Honda CRF50F. Really easy machine to work on. I hope this video helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.